They fought in wars for centuries. Empires have risen and fallen around them. They've been stabbed, shot, burned alive, and every time they came back. But immortality isn't forever. For hundreds of years, a small group of warriors has lived in the shadows, fighting battles the world will never know about. Their leader is Andy. She's the oldest of them all. No one knows exactly how old she is. She's lived through ancient wars, lost countless friends, and buried more loved ones than she can remember. She doesn't fight for glory anymore. She fights because someone has to. Because if they stop, innocent people die. At her side is Booker, a former soldier from centuries ago who still carries the guilt of every war he's fought. Unlike Andy, Booker hasn't found peace in immortality. To him, endless life feels more like a punishment than a gift. Then there's Joe and Nikki, once enemies on opposite sides of a religious war, now brothers in arms. Centuries of fighting together have made them inseparable. They move like a single unit in battle, precise, efficient. For generations, they protected each other because when you live forever, family becomes everything. Together, they are soldiers without a country, warriors without a home, and the world doesn't even know they exist. They are invincible, but they still feel pain. Every bullet burns, every blade cuts, every broken bone hurts. But no matter what happens, their bodies heal. Wounds close within seconds, bones reset, blood disappears, death never lasts. A gunshot to the head, just another scar. A slit throat, just another memory. They've died hundreds of times and always come back. After their mission, Andy has a dream. Not a normal dream, a vision. Violent, confusing, someone dying and coming back to life. The same dream spreads through the others. They know what it means. A new immortal has been born. Her name is Nile, a young Marine deployed overseas. During a mission, her throat is cut in combat. Everyone watches her bleed out. They thought she was dead, but hours later, she wakes up, alive, unharmed, terrified. Andy finds her before anyone else can, because the first rule of immortality is simple. If the world finds out what you are, you become a weapon or an experiment. Andy tells Nile the truth. She's not sick. She's not crazy. She's one of them now, and there's no going back. For years, the team worked with a man named Copley. He hired them for missions, told them who needed saving, made them believe they were helping the world. But it was all a lie. Copley was studying them, tracking them, recording everything, because he works for a powerful pharmaceutical company. And to them, immortality isn't a miracle. It's a product, something to be studied, tested, and sold. The company's leader wants their secret, even if it means cutting them open to find it. Copley tracks them. He sends in a big unit to capture them. Automatic weapons, armored soldiers, no escape. Joe and Nikki get captured, but Copley wants more. He wants Andy. Greedily, he sends his unit in further. Precise, lethal. Andy takes out the whole unit alone.
That woman has forgotten more ways to kill than entire armies will ever learn.
Copley settles for a retreat and takes Joe and Nikki. Chained, transported, prepared for experimentation, like animals. After the trap meant to capture them, only Andy, Booker, and Nile escape. They retreat to a hidden bunker, one of many safe places they've used over the centuries. Wounded but alive, they begin planning their next move. They know who set them up. Copley, the man who tracked them, the man who exposed them. The plan is simple. Find Copley, make him talk, end the threat. But Nile isn't sure she belongs in this world. Immortals, secrets, endless violence. It feels like madness to her. She decides to walk away. Andy and Booker prepare their weapons for the mission ahead. When Niall comes to say goodbye, Andy gives her the weapon. One last gesture, one last chance to protect herself. Niall leaves. Andy and Booker move out. They infiltrate Copley's house quietly, room by room. No mistakes, no hesitation. They find him, gun raised. Copley has nowhere left to run. Meanwhile, Niall slows down. Something doesn't feel right. She stops, checks the weapon Andy gave her. The magazine drops into her hand. She looks inside, blanks. Someone betrayed them. Someone told the enemy where they'd be. Booker. After centuries of living, he couldn't take it anymore, watching everyone he loved die, again and again. Endless loneliness, endless loss. He believed giving up their secret might finally give their lives meaning, or maybe an ending. But betrayal has consequences, and Booker knows it. Niall shows up at Copley's house, but it's too late. She is left with a choice: join them or walk away and pretend they never existed. But she can't, because she knows what Merrick will do to them. So Niall makes a decision. She goes to the facility. Copley's cameras pick her up entering the building. Just another civilian walking through the doors. No alarms, no suspicion. Not yet. Then she pulls a gun. The guards react instantly. Shots ring out. Niall drops to the floor. Her eyes open, and she stands back up. That's when they realize there's a fifth immortal moving deeper into the facility. She rescues them, even Booker. Despite the betrayal, they free him, because right now survival comes first. Together they fight their way out, immortals against soldiers, determined to destroy Merrick's operation and protect their secret. But something is wrong. Andy is slowing down. The bullet wound Booker gave her still hasn't healed. For the first time in centuries, Andy is dying. They could leave, but Andy refuses. This ends now. They push back into the facility, straight toward Merrick. Andy fights, but every movement costs her. Blood stains her clothes. Her strength fading. Niall sees it. Andy isn't going to survive this. And in that moment, Niall fully accepts what she is. Not a soldier, not a victim, an immortal. Booker is exiled for 100 years. Just time to live with what he did. The others disappear again, back into the shadows where they've survived for centuries. Andy walks the world as a mortal for the first time in hundreds of years, and Niall takes her place among them. The newest immortal, learning that forever isn't a gift, it's a responsibility, because somewhere out there, the world will need them again.